Hey, Jen. And apparently only Jen. Hey, Buttercup. It's okay, Buttercup. Hey, Hannah. Hey, Green Gelatin. Hey, Lynn. I do not have a girlfriend. Hey, Jordan. Who said I have a girlfriend? Hey, Brooka. I don't. I'm just curious where the rumor came from. Hey, Uncle Buck. Hey, Tiny Fairy. What was I wrong about, Uncle Buck? Anyway, Jen. Hey, Canadian girl. So, yeah, this chat made it up. Now they're running with it. No, I'm being here. Anyway, as for the did I see what ICE did? Um, I mean, you might need to be more specific because ICE is doing like is doing shit all the time. So I'm very interested in me and has reached out to you. To me. I mean, multiple women in my chat, I suppose, have reached out to me. Multiple women in my chat have expressed interest and reached out to me. Yeah, Jordan has, and Buttercup's hit on me. Uncle Buck's hit on me. About the stream title. Yep. I think I slipped my way up to this red star. Are you still single then? Because everyone reaching out is in the US. Everyone hitting on me is in the US. I'm not going to the fucking US. Exactly. Only interested in moms and sometimes dads. Exactly. Hey, zombies. You want a Canadian passport? can get local lickety split. Is it okay if I'm 1 inch taller than you? No. Hey, Shirley. No, not okay. You need to be at least 6 inches taller than me. Hey, Bichilante. I want a woman that I have to climb. Call me climbable Joe Jackson. Hey, strawberries. Writing from the toilet, my local Sonics currently dropping a massive log. Thank you for sharing. That Sonic comes out fast. I mean, it's what Sonic's known for, right? Fuck off, Vic. I pause. The guy had a gun. Yeah. And it had been taken off him by the time that the dude. What did they say? He was like, oh, the guy had a gun. And I guess it was justified. The gun was no longer on his person when he got shot. One of the ICE thugs removed the gun, and then he got shot 10 times. Meanwhile, all the people who outright cheered Kyle Rittenhouse straight up shooting protesters. Hi, Shelley. People straight up cheered Kyle Rittenhouse shooting protesters. But now, oh, why would you bring a gun to a protest? Nope, 10 times. While he was on the ground, prone. While he was laying on the ground, prone, already restrained, Hey, Ozzy. Don't like Kyle Rittenhouse. Nah, that guy's a fucking asshole. Getting her to do the process. Oh yeah, I mean yeah. Uh, not really. I've been to Messina, which is like upstate New York, like right on the other side of the border. Hey, Bambi. Yeah, I mean, like they'll fucking like go right into people's homes. Do you have a warrant? No, fuck you. We don't need a warrant. Grab people off the street, shove them, throw them into a van, bring them to a fucking black box site. They'll disappear forever without anyone knowing what the fuck happened to them. So I clip today of the mayor of New York shoving people's cars out of the snow. Hey, Bloodburn. My favorite X Man is probably Kitty Pryde. It's black box site. I believe that's the term. I believe black box site is the term. But it's just like secret prisons basically. Yeah, I will say, Mamdani, fucking amazing communicator. Like he put out a video explaining like what New York is doing about the upcoming snowstorm. You know, like the preparations have been made regarding like snowplows and everything, um, and telling people like sort of what they're telling the public what their role is going to be. Specifically, don't drive if you don't have to. Hi, Greg Kelly. Also, um, plowing bike lanes. That's not just the streets, but he's actually plowing bike lanes as well. And he did a press conference and told people to that it was a good opportunity to take advantage of the NYPD lending out ebooks of heated rivalry, which like how is it that every fucking time that Zoran Mandani speaks, it's like it's that fucking good. Like how is he this fucking like how is he that great? Oh yeah. Canada, yeah, we're still boycotting the U.S. Yeah, I mean, like, I'm hyping up NYPL, hyping up the New York Public Library. Fuck yeah! Who doesn't want a mayor that hypes up their city's public library system? To test libraries, but you support them. Yeah, New York's last mayor tried to fucking defund the library system. You know, Eric Adams clearly fucking hated the library system. Could not have given less of a shit about them. We gotta take money out of the library's already small budget in order to pay for like 1% of the increase we're giving to the police's already massively bloated budget. Fuck you, Eric Adams. Fuck you. Not as far as no wonder he hated libraries. Yeah. I'm gonna blow my nose. Give me a second. That's a bit better. Hey, Aaron. How you been? Yeah. Meh. Oh, also, MG, if you watch this, like now, or if you watch it on repeat or whatever, uh, I did not block you. I do just want to state for the record that I did not block MG. I don't know why she's not. Apparently, MG is not able to comment. I'm not sure why. She did, she left comments on my last video. Like she left comments, not yesterday's live, but the one Fridays. She left me a comment saying that she couldn't leave comments. Hey, Catherine. Got the Batman and Deadpool team up. Cool, cool. I have to admit, I'm actually surprised that Marvel and DC team ups are happening again. Hey, Audrey. I would not have expected Marvel and or Disney and Warner's lawyers to allow it. I did not block her. Hey, Foodie. I wouldn't block MG. I would never block MG. She's a sweetheart. Hi, Scrape. So yeah, I have no idea why MG's not been able to comment. DC versus Marvel Series of Fire. The one from the '90s. I did enjoy that one. And Amalgam. Amalgam Comics was fun. Big bow tie. See Rebecca commenting about 5,000. Yeah. Making spaghetti. Ooh. I mean, don't bother saying like we have no idea when it'll be that I get to visit you again. So don't bother saving spaghetti. I'm a Deadpool and totally going to reread over the next few days. Your only favorite superhero is Spider-Man. Spider-Man. Wanted to have a PO box. I did. I closed it because it's like $70, $70 for every 3 months, and then I don't know. She can freeze the sauce. Is blue pot still right? No, I threw that blue pot in the garbage. PO box getting a new library. I'll have another pot for you to throw. Soon enough, I'm sure. Soon enough. Spider-Man Back in Black. Was that was one from like post Civil War, right? Post Civil War, pre One More Day. During Secret Wars. if it was during Secret Wars, then I probably read it. I'm pretty sure I did read all the Secret Wars minis. Beachy Beachy would be a great name. Back on 2015, a DP Back in Black. I think I actually do remember, like, they did some weird story retconning that, like, Deadpool had briefly hosted the Venom symbiote before Spider-Man got it. As I recall, I didn't particularly care for that story. I'm pretty sure I didn't particularly like that story, I don't think. Obviously, it's been a long time, but I think my general stance was that was kind of a cheesy idea. And part of just like shilling Deadpool so fucking hard. Like it was during a period where Deadpool was just fucking impossible to get away from. Just desperately overpushed. Like, I like Deadpool. But man. There are times where I really, really fucking wished that they would just back the fuck off on him. You know, ease up just a little bit or a lot. Like when he'd have like 8 fucking books a month. Hey, Gabrielle. The end date of the 2000s, yeah, the 2010s, yeah. Yeah, there was a point where he had like, I think he had like 4 comics, plus I think he might have been in like X Force probably. Like he was just, and like regular, you know, cameos elsewhere. And it's just like, Jesus fucking Christ, dudes. Yeah, there was Deadpool, Deadpool Core, uh, Deadpool Team Up, Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe, another Deadpool series as well. Hey, Teardrops. We briefly talked about ICE. Fuck ICE. Abolish ICE. All my homies hate ice. I promise never to say homies again. Home slice. I'm not a virgin. Not that I care if someone says I am, because I'm not. I did not guard the bun without you. I would never. Who will block you? Your mom. I duck off. Congratulations on what? Another reaction is like, give me a second. Give me a second. One more moment. Who was that? Trying to remember a specific. There we go. I think that's the one. Sorry. I was trying to remember a specific name. So yes. I'm happy to announce my I'm happy to announce my new relationship with Ava Adams. Anyone who laughs at that, you know, is a freak. I do who that. She's a porn actress. She does like a lot of. She's sort of on the older side, so she does a lot of MILF porn. I think she's like a MILF porn actress. If she's the one I'm thinking of, I didn't actually look at a picture of her. You need to get laid. Why did I think I was a member of the Addams family that I wasn't aware of? It's pretty. I mean, I absolutely wouldn't say no if I wouldn't. I absolutely wouldn't turn her down, but it is a funny haha joke. I am dating nobody. I genuinely couldn't think of the name of any porn actresses, so I had to look it up. Catherine, thank you for 10 more gift memberships, Catherine. Congratulations, Grimace registered. Nice, nice, nice. Ripped Pantyhose, Kellium, Trash Pandy, nice. Fat Kid Cool, Cat Chloe, Bridget, Stacy Jarvis, Marshmallow, and Louise C. Louisic. Nice. Little birdie made shit up. She looks like Snooky. Well, now you're just being mean, Uncle Buck. Now you're just being rude. I mean, it's not Catherine's fault, Duck Off. She doesn't decide who the gifts go to. It's random. If she got to choose, Buttercup would have gotten it. Ever brag about your conquest to your friends, strangers, family? No, I did not. and thank you for 10 more, Catherine. Congratulations, Yarn Angel. Nice, nice. Tango Moonstar, Love the Sound of Rain, Crazy Cat Chick, Twinkle Toes, Alcase, Fuel Reaper, Meet the Parkers, Pug Lover, and Nicey. Nicey XO. One more time before I go to cook dinner. Cook dinner. Everyone but you. Everyone but you, Buttercup, and Uncle Buck. Hey, Color Purple. I'll take you with me. That sounds threatening. That sounds weirdly threatening. Guess I'm funding my membership for a couple months. I have less than 10. I have way less than 10 million viewers. I don't even have 10,000 subscribers. Tips on dealing with dingleberries. Toilet paper. I don't really care about growing my channel much. How much do sex workers charge in Canada on average? I don't know. Aside from the fact that I've never actually been to a sex worker, like, how many sex workers do you think I've been to that I can start drawing averages? Lowball her. Having algebra flashbacks. There are no gigolos in my area. Trust me, I've looked. I believe you. I'd imagine there are probably juggalos. Juggalos are everywhere. Juggalos are just, they're inescapable. Anywho. That they're supposed to be friendly. Yeah, they are. New Spider-Man movie. Do you really think they killed off Venom? I mean, like in the comics, absolutely not. In the comics, Venom will never die. Like genuinely, he will never stay dead. You know, like they might do a story where he dies, but he'd be back within like 3 years, if it even takes that long. Uh, he's too popular a character. He's been around too long. As far as the movies, I don't know. I don't care. Kind of same deal. Even if movies do kill him off, he'll get used again. Yeah. Give it a few years, they'll do a new set of Spider-Man movies, and Venom will be villain in one of them again. Thanks, strawberries. For the same reason, he's too popular not to use. Oh, we got timeliness. Oh, timelines. You said timelines. Marvel did start off as timely comics. Hey, Phoenix. So ice and frozen water is just annoying. Like it's walking on ice, like it's slippery and it makes you fun. It's cold. Trying to walk around on ice sucks. But I'm specifically talking about immigration and customs enforcement. Tell your women admirers your perfect date. Blackjack and hookers. In fact, forget the date. Wasn't it April 5th? Yeah, perfect date. What's my perfect date? Uh, wasn't it April 5th? Or was it April 24th? '25th. April 25th. Yeah. My perfect date is April 25th. Because it's not too hot, it's not too cold. All you need is a light jacket. Haven't seen Sinners. Yeah, that April 25th bit, it's one of those things where it's you start off and you're like, yeah, what a stupid woman, and then like, actually, wait a minute. No, that's true. She's right. She's a genius. Membership, whoever gifted. It was Catherine. It was Catherine who gifted. It's always Catherine who gifts. Catherine with a K. Kathy with a K. Because I missed interesting conversations earlier. Did you, though? Hi, Paige. Indeed, I don't want kids. Kids suck. Kids are awful. Sweet Tea got kicked off bus. Was she misbehaving? Catherine, thank you for 10 more, Catherine. Congratulations to Let It Be, Share Bear, Selena, Little Time, With Bella Harvey, Bent Not Broken, Ella I Ass I, L-I-S-I, Terry, Freedom Deep, and Marceline the Vampire Queen. Yeah, there's a few people here, few regulars who never get the gifts. Hey, sugar for honey. You're right, I'm not. How's the weather in Canada today? Snow warning in effect, apparently. Negative 17 Celsius in Ottawa. So here's the thing, sugar free. Not being from a specific area doesn't mean I can't give a shit about what's happening in that area. Well, I got dropped at Sonic so snoily. Good to know, good to know. Thanks, strawberries. Like, you're right. I'm not from the US. But I can see what's happening in the US and say, damn, that shit's fucked up. People believe better, or people deserve better. That people deserve better than that. Happen to the aspects of Canadians here. There is that as well. A lot of times, you know, the elephant's twitching does affect us. $33 with a feels like of $39. No, Uncle Buck. Cornwall is on the border, yeah. Uncle Buck, it's 9 o'clock. Did you pop your Tylenol already? So yeah, ICE is out of control, and they have been for 20 years. You know, it's not ICE's behavior isn't really all that new. It's just this one here. 23. That was formed in 2003. ICE was formed in 2003. Not a Trump thing. No, no. It was it was formed by Bush. It was formed by W. Bush, and I think it was. I mean, it was formed like Republicans and Democrats alike supported it. It was bipartisan decision. They are not Labubus. Hey, Mike. Ordering sometimes too. Yeah, I need to be careful about my money. Um, yeah, I mean, like, I remember when ICE was formed. I was in high school, but like, I was close to graduating high school when ICE was formed. So like, shit ain't that old. Um, and it's behaved shittily basically from the start. Oh, like ICE gives a flying fuck about warrants. Also, uh, ICE routinely grabs people. ICE routinely grabs people who don't have any sort of violent offenses. ICE routinely grabs people who don't have criminal records. ICE grabs people solely based on their appearance. They will grab someone specifically just because, like, solely because they're brown. Solely 100% because of their color. They don't even give a shit. Oh, bye, Bambi. They don't even actually give a shit if the person is actually a citizen or not. They'll grab, like, literal citizens. Because they don't identify them. You're right. ICE doesn't fucking identify themselves. They have their masks on. They don't wear their fucking badges. They're fucking anonymous thugs. But no, like they'll grab people. Shit, they'll grab people legally in the. No, am I being detained? But like there are videos. Literally, there are literal videos of people saying, let me show you my ID, and ICE saying we don't care. That is a literal fucking thing that happens. That people have seen happen. That we have video fucking evidence of happening. Where where ICE will be grabbing someone, the person will be trying to say, let me identify, let me show my identity, and ICE doesn't fucking care. ICE is fucking. They don't fucking care if a person is a citizen or not. They just want to grab brown people. Like, and it's not like just a one-off thing. There are multiple instances where somebody tries to say, I have my ID, let me show you my ID. But ICE doesn't fucking care. And ICE will straight up say, we don't care. They'll grab a person, throw them in the back of a fucking van, and then either release them an hour later, or the person disappears fucking forever. Hey, Killface. They just want to fucking arrest brown people. Shit ain't that simple, sugar free. No, ICE is wildly out of control. And again, it's not new. They have been for a long time. People die in ICE custody. Routinely. People routinely die in ICE custody as well. Because they don't fucking give a shit. They'll shove people into, 30 people in a 10 by 10 cell. Just fucking cramp them into a tiny fucking cells. Give them, minimal food, minimal water, just fucking nothing, just not even the slightest hint of dignity. Ugh. ICE is fucking evil. Try to arrest people. By all means, arrest people. By all means. Arrest people who are criminals. But ICE does not just arrest criminals, you fucking idiot. ICE arrests people who have literally zero criminal record. They grab people who not only don't have a criminal record, but who are actually going through the legal immigration process. ICE will go to a fucking courthouse where people are there for their fucking immigration process. Having no papers is a fucking civil. It's not a fucking felony. It's a civil matter. Undocumented immigration is actually a civil matter. It's not a fucking felony, you fucking idiot. It's not even a fucking, it's legitimately a fucking civil matter. And yeah, they'll grab people who have their papers. They'll grab people who are literally in court. Literally, people who are in the courthouse going through the legal immigration process. People who are doing it the quote right way. Blocked off 30 people going into their system. Yeah. Yeah, people who are literally people who are doing it the quote unquote right way. They'll arrest them in the middle of doing that, of doing it the right way. Because all they give a shit about, and they'll grab people who are actual citizens. They've grabbed people who are fucking indigenous. They've grabbed indigenous people. I.e., people who were here before the fucking whites came over. There are literal fucking indigenous people in ICE facilities right now. They have quotas. Yeah, they have quotas, which is fucking ridiculous. That is disgusting that they have quotas that they have to meet. And that's why they just shit, they don't give a shit about whether they're grabbing violent criminals. They don't give a shit about that. The quotas mean that they just grab whoever looks brown enough. Whoever looks like they might be an immigrant, might potentially, in theory, be an immigrant. ICE is just cartoonishly evil. Anyway, on a random note, I'm browsing Steam's recommended queue. Just browsing Steam right now. Serial Lover. A dating sim rhythm game where you seduce serial killers. I do like silly concepts like that. Heartbreaking for all the people affected by this. Yep. And people being horrifically traumatized. Yep. It is a rhythm game, Buttercup. You know, like I was able to manage. Hey, Christina, I was able to manage. What's it? Goodbye Volcano High. But that one I think was kind of an easy rhythm game. This one seems like it might actually be kind of tougher. You're scary. Turn tense right now. Yeah. And I will say, any Democrat who isn't on board with Abolish ICE um, needs to get the fuck out of the way. Nah, I'm fine not unblocking. They seem like an asshole, Buttercup, so fuck her. There seems to be repeating itself. I mean, it's the old quote. History doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. Bet I see you, nurse. If you mean Pretty wasn't a vet. He treated vets. He wasn't a vet. He wasn't a veteran himself. Is just you know, he treated veterans. I'm gonna get more water. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, I mean, at this point, abolish ICE is honestly the moderate position at this point. Trials for everybody. Trials for every single person who's ever worked for ICE is the you know is the moral position. Nuremberg, Nuremberg trials for the entire goddamn agency. That's the correct position. That's the actually correct position. Simply abolishing ICE is the milquetoast moderate position. And there's a lot of Democrats who aren't even meeting that fucking bar. It's a popular position. Get on the weather control factory. Probably not. That sounds like it'd be technical. Sounds like it'd be some technical shit, and I'm not good at that. Stuff about brown shirts, red shirts, ICE. Got 7 inches today. Nice. Yeah. That's what she said. Good night, Catherine. I'm getting 7 inches yet. Good for you, Uncle Buck. Hope you like your 7 inches. One thing I'll mention, ICE is compared to the Gestapo for pretty obvious reasons. But I do think that one thing that is important to remember, the Nazis got kind of a lot of their ideas from the US. No ordering food tonight. I got 14 so far, but I kept size clean. I did see a clip of that, Christina, yeah. Gestapo even got their name from a Mexican soup. Do you mean gazpacho? Because that's Russian, I think. Isn't it? Or is it? Hey, cowgirl. Oh, Spanish. It is Spanish. Spain and Portugal. Gazpacho is Spanish, eaten in Spain and Portugal. rice tutorial one day. Yeah, the cold soup. Portuguese. World Trans Blood Ties. Yeah, yeah, I saw. I didn't read the article, but I did see like somebody was like that. There's an article basically like, "Oh, their recruiting process is way worse than you thought." Like, there's one of those things where it's like, let's see how let's see how easy it is to actually become an agent with ICE. And I was like, oh, that is frighteningly easy. That was it's like that is scary how lackluster the hiring process is. Fucking anybody. Fucking anybody can join. Like, they will take just straight up fucking anybody. Someone's 5-year-old is bait. Yep. And they fucking detained a 2-year-old. A fucking like an actual baby. Like at that point, like an infant. Fucking 2 years old. Hey cowgirl. Do you want to see can be this night? Change you want to see? I mean, I'm in Canada, so I can't join. Hey Sandra. But I mean, there's no changing it. Let the world again. I blew it up last night. I did not blow it up again since last night. 2-year-old persisted yet. Needs to be under the jail. Yep. And Grande was snubbed for an Oscar. So furious and enraged, I threw a teacup at the wall in my blind rage. Well, I'm sure there were a lot of great actresses this year. But yeah, I mean, there's no changing ICE. It needs to be abolished. There's cultural rot from the top to the bottom. Like, the entire agency. The entire agency is corrupt. Border Patrol in Canada, but they're not out being dicks across the country. Yeah. There is also that, yeah. The Oscars don't particularly care for musicals. Sun-dried tomatoes. No idea. Yeah, the Oscars have some weird hangups. And it doesn't help as well that like they don't need to watch the movies. Oscar voters don't actually need to watch the movies they're voting on. Which tends to hit the animated category especially hard. Like there was one year that Big Hero 6 won Best Animated Feature. And it's like that movie was fine. I had no real complaints about Big Hero 6, but Best Animated Film of the Year? Fuck no. They don't like competing against the Emmys and Tonys. Yeah, what were the other movies it was up against? It's 2014. So yeah, 2014. Um, Big Hero 6 won Best Animated Feature. Movies it was up against The Box Trolls, which I don't actually know anything about. How to Train Your Dragon 2, which I think was pretty well received. Song of the Sea, which again, I don't actually know anything about, but I'd be willing to bet was much better. And The Tale of the Princess Kaguya, which was beautiful. Why did Big Hero 6 win? Because it was big. Because it was a popular movie. Yeah. 2007. Was Ratatouille actually better than Persepolis? I would guess probably not. I would think Persepolis was probably the better movie. 2005. Wallace and Gromit, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. What did it beat out? Fucking Howl's Moving Castle. Like, you're gonna seriously tell me that Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, was a better film than fucking Howl's Moving Castle? Come on. They should be called monocorns. Like, I suppose I will at least give them the tiniest bit of credit for 2023. They gave Best Animated Film to The Boy and the Heron rather than Across the Spider-Verse. Or Elemental, but Elemental was not actually popular enough. But I'm pretty sure the only reason, hey Grimace, I'm pretty sure the only reason they gave it to The Boy and the Heron was because they'd spent the past 20 years getting yelled at for never giving it to the Ghibli movies. Remember? Yep, Catherine. Catherine gave you a membership. You know, like Spirited Away got Best Animated Feature back in 2002, which, I mean, they kind of had to. That movie was like hugely popular. And just a phenomenal movie. And then after that, multiple years where they didn't even nominate whatever movie Ghibli movie came out that year. You know, like I said, Howl got nominated in 2005 and lost out to Wallace and goddamn Gromit. And then they didn't even bother nominating a Ghibli movie until Wind Rises in 2013. You know, no nomination for Ponyo, which I didn't really like, but no nomination for Arrietty. Fucking loved Arrietty. That movie is so good. Probably not the best animated feature that year. Although the movie that did win was Toy Story 3, so. But also, How to Train Your Dragon was also nominated that year. And The Illusionist, which I've never seen. French one, apparently. Michael Jordan is the true goat. I'll die on that hill. Hey, Li. Just Berkeley getting pulled over, speeding, telling the officers he was on his way to get good head. Gotta appreciate the honesty, right? Yeah, like hey Audrey, as far as whether like who's better between Michael Jordan and James, what's his name? I've actually forgotten his name. Like genuinely, I don't remember what his name was. Or someone else. One thing I do think needs to be kept in mind. Who were they playing with? LeBron, right? LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron James. Like, what about their teammates? Because it's easy to be great when your team is great. Like a strong team will absolutely elevate you because you've got people helping you out. If your team's kind of lackluster and you're still getting all those points, because like the 90s Bulls were just a great team in general, weren't they? Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman triple threat. Yeah. You know? Bulls were spectacular, so I mean I don't know what you're saying. Right, like that's my point. Like Michael Jordan had some pretty incredible teammates. You have a player pulling 60 plus points in a game. That's pretty amazing. Absolutely, it is. Like Jordan was absolutely an incredible player. But if he'd been put on an inferior team, would he be so well remembered? Would he have gotten that many points if his teammates were, mediocre? Long time they put Braun on a team, Cleveland, with a bunch of bums. Expect him to carry the whole team on his back. Yeah. So was Kobe for that matter. Yeah, I don't like horror movies. I do feel like, when someone is like considered like the best, the best in the league, they should have to play a few. They should have to play a few games with the shittiest team in the league. Yeah, like they should have to play like 3 games as part of the shittiest team in the league, just to see how they do. Larry Bird. Yeah, Larry Bird was definitely a great player. That's what he did in Space Jam. 30 for 30 talk or something like it about Bird. Yeah, it's kind of the same, like, as a hockey fan, it's kind of the same for Wayne Gretzky. He did really well with Edmonton. Like with the Oilers, he proved that he was a great player. And then he moved over to LA, which had you know other great players. And at that point, like he was just the best dude on the ice. Well, he should have had to play a few games with the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, if he can do it, if he can score a hat trick with the fucking Leafs, then he's the best. I don't actually remember if the Leafs were all that bad back then, but I was a Habs fan, so legally obligated to shit on the Leafs. I think every once in a while I have work in customer service for Rogers. I think maybe also for Canada Post, but for Rogers in particular. Um, I think every once in a while I'd have somebody like start talking about hockey, and I'd say I'm not really a fan. Um, but that when I was a fan, I was a fan of the Canadians. I think there were a few occasions. I think there were a couple of occasions. I think there might have been a couple occasions where I kind of shit on the Maple Leafs a little bit. Like I'd say, someone would be like a Leafs fan, and I'd say that back when I was a hockey fan, I was into the Leafs, so I have to hate the Leafs. Or I was into the Canadians, so I have to hate the Leafs. And the guy would laugh. He'd have a good sense of humor about it because I mean, it's one of those rivalries that's just kind of iconic. Trying to master, yeah. But yeah, it's Canadians versus Leafs is one of the most iconic sports rivalries in North America, at least. I think Canadians versus Maple Leafs is one of the most iconic North American sports rivalries. Cubs versus Cardinals, like the Cubs are notoriously bad. Yeah, and like Yankees versus Mets is another big one. Honestly, honestly, Canadians versus Canadians versus Bruins is also a very big rivalry. The Canadians are just very good at rivalries. Knicks is a basketball team, which is something that I know. Montreal is really good at picking fights. Is what I get, what I'm gathering. For baseball, I grew up on the Maple Leaf. Not Maple Leafs. For baseball, I grew up on the Blue Jays. So when I was a Blue Jay, or when I was a kid, the Blue Jays were the baseball team that I rooted for. Especially when they won those back-to-back major league pennants, the back-to-back pennants. Championships. Yeah, like when the Jays won those back-to-back championships, that was pretty cool. Basketball, I never cared about. Yeah, I think because basketball was very, 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 very much exclusively American when I was a kid. Like I was 10 years old when the Toronto Raptors were formed. I was already 10 years old when Canada got its first NBA basketball team. Hi, Smith. How are you going to root for a team that's younger than you are, right? It's kind of one of those things like, how am I going to root for a team that's younger than I am? Gordie Howe played ice hockey. He's Canadian. Yep. Seattle won. They're off to the Super Bowl. Thinking of ordering a Sonic Blast. Kind of feeling down today. Nah. That sucks. Breeze. Football, again, never cared about football. Because back when I was young, the CFL, Canadian Football League, had two teams called the Rough Riders. Fucking amateur hour, dudes. Jack Sprat could eat no fat, his wife could eat no lean. Like two Rough Riders in the same league? Like, come on, dudes. Cared about my high school football team because I was in band and required to be there at home games. Fair. Seahawks and Patriots. like American football. Yeah, never anything I gave a shit about. I also never cared about soccer. Couldn't tell you anything about soccer. I could tell you that that soccer rivalries are fucking insane. And just like the straight up fucking riots that occur over soccer games is stupid. I'll check out a local hockey game. Soccer requires patience because I feel like a lot of the time nothing's happening, just the ball moving around. Definitely a thing. Though on the flip side, you want to talk about a sport that requires patience? Baseball. A lot of the time, not even a lot of the time in baseball, you don't even get the fucking ball moving around. Ritter said the best colors in football. Cricket sucks harder. The sport that sucks most, competitive blowjobs. A lot of sucking in competitive blowjobs. Meat lover stuffed crust pizza or chili dogs? No bad choice there, Uncle Buck. I thought cricket sucks, then I watched the Bluey episode of Cricket and started crying. Bluey Aussie makes me cry. Cricket a British sport. Primarily, also very Indian. Holy shit, do they ever love cricket in India? They must play in Australia. I think they do. Oh, with Beckham's. I am not. Anyway, Bluey is an Australian cartoon that was picked up by Disney. And I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get going for now. So, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.